Hello, Parenting Options. This is Teacher Gina, and for those who may be new here, I just like to introduce Parenting Option. Well, we know parents have sometimes some challenges in raising their kids or teens. Sometimes you're emotionally all right, but there are days that you really feel irritated or you feel like you can't do so much because the kids are around. So you get a lot of confusion, you get a lot of pressure, you feel that sometimes you just want to give up. So we are here to be able to enlighten parents. We're not going to say this should be followed or what, but we call it parenting options because parenting option one is your regular way. It's the way maybe you have been raised by your parents and now that's the way you use it for your kids. So that's parenting option one. Parenting option two is another way that you may want to try. And if you see that it works better with your kid, it matches his kind of personality, and you see that he is happier, productive, you don't get stressed telling him what to do, he follows with his own initiative, then that would be a better way maybe. So you can have parenting option two, you may also have parenting option three, but we would just want you to realize that maybe there is a need to think of another option, another choice, because some things may not work with your eldest child nor your youngest child because they definitely have different personalities. So that is the reason why we would want you to be able to be more flexible. And we want to be able to raise kids who are productive, positive, and who don't need to use all those negative ways of scaring the kid, threatening the kid. They will have their own families in the near future, or maybe 20 years from now, or maybe 30 years from now. They in turn will become better parents, that they will be able to be more confident. They could hold on to their emotions while teaching their kids some lessons in life. And while guiding their kids, they don't freak out, they don't shout, they don't use bad words, they don't become rude or mean to their children. That is our dream. So, or to be able to raise kids to become better parents. So, if you think this is your need, if you think that you're tired of shouting, yelling, using bad words, or you're tired of just sometimes some parents just ignore their kids because they give up. They feel that their kids would never improve and will never listen to them anymore. So either they ignore their kids totally or have a big fight at home. And what's the sad thing about that is when the kid goes to school, what do you think? Will your kid be able to concentrate in school? Will he be active in school? Or will he be haunted by your screaming and everything? Will he hear the echoes of your screaming in his ears? So there are psychological effects of being shouted at. There are. And you may go search on your own so that you get to realize this is not a matter of personal opinion, but this is a matter of helping you realize that there is and there may be a better way. Also, we would like to be able to make parents realize you have to take care of your health while you raise your kids. You cannot be stressed all the time, toxic all the time. You cannot be angry all the time because it's going to eat up your energy and it's going to lower your immune system with all this stress around. And one day you will just find out that you're very sick. Definitely, it's not tomorrow, it's not next week or next month. But by the time your kids are maybe in their high school years or maybe in their college years and you feel something here or there in your body and your doctor would say, were you stressed raising your kids? See, so we want you to be able to balance everything. Like just balance everything. You can raise a good kid without making yourself sick. Remember, your kid needs you. So you have to try to find a better way. You have to get to know your kid. You've got to get to know yourself and fix yourself. Well, I agree with all the intentions of all parents. They all want their kids to grow up to be responsible, to be able to finish school. Parents would want their kids to be able to reach their dreams in life. Of course, yes. And these days, it's not easy to send your kid to school, right? It costs so much. Even if you say, oh, my kids are still in the lower level and they are in the public schools, but still, you are still spending a certain amount of time, food, project materials, and whatever. But the most important thing is the time, right? The time. So I know some of you may push your kids to get higher grades, but they just can't, or they're not following a very good study habit schedule, or maybe they are into gadgets. Maybe you have allowed them for so long just to do it and just feel like, okay, you may study if you want to. If you don't want to, then that's fine because I'm busy at work, see? So the generation now is so different. Both parents sometimes have to work. Both parents sometimes have to really attend to their work and leave their children home. So sometimes they are not guided as to what to do. Sometimes they just get into all these gadgets because they're waiting for you to get home. And it's only when you get home that they try to make their homework. These are realities sometimes in the homes. So parenting option, if you try to follow us and if you follow our page and try to maybe view the posts or view the videos, maybe in one way or another it could enlighten you. And by the time you are ready, then maybe you can try. I know not everybody would say, oh, okay, I'll try that. I know not everybody could be ready right away. But if you are, well, that's very good. And if you are not convinced that there is another way, maybe a better way, then hold on to your option one and keep going until maybe one day you are ready to try something new. So there is no debate or argument about anything. If you believe that your way is good, fine. If you think that you would want to try, even just try option 2 or option 3 and it works well, go ahead, continue. But if you feel like, oh, I'm still going back to my option 1 and I think that's better, that will also be fine. So it is your choice. But always remember, life is short. If you can make your kids' life so happy and productive at the age of 8, at the age of 10, 12, 15, 17, then why not? And if you can raise your kid without you getting sick, without you getting to be so pressured, so stressed, why not? So, all in all, we'd just like to say we are inviting you to keep watching, keep viewing, keep reading, and keep trying. You definitely can become a better parent. Now, some parents, I think you should ask yourself, were you the same person when you were single or not? Or maybe you could say, oh, I'm fine when, well, my husband and I, we were fine when we didn't have kids, but now it's so different. That can be true. That means you have to adapt some skills, some kind of more discipline, some kind of better values, and maybe better set of time schedule so that you can cope with all the challenges in raising kids. You have to. Being a parent is also a job. It is not just, okay, I go to work, I feed them, I make sure they go to school, and on weekends we go to the mall or we go to the beach. It's more than that. I share a lot of things because I have students on personality development, and in this course we get to help them to grow up and cope with the challenges. But I have some real feedback, real experiences shared to me, how they're having a difficult time sometimes at home. Definitely parents have a different set of personalities, and the child also has a different one, but you need to be able to balance everything, right? And you live in one house under one roof, and if each night is all about shouting, cursing, getting mad, fighting with each other, How would a kid feel growing up in such a place? How would he be able to have peace of mind, to be able to sleep well, and to be able to focus in school? And maybe that is one reason why your kid is not getting good grades. Maybe he's getting 82, but he can get 85. Or if he is getting 87, maybe he can get 90. And if you tell me that your kid is top of the class, very good. But is he happy? I have several kids who are top of the class, but they did self-harm. They're not happy at all. So these are the things I would want you to ask yourself. Maybe it's about time just to reflect on yourself. I'm sure you deserve all the salute for being a parent, for trying your best, for raising your family. It's not a joke these days. But maybe there are areas you need to improve on. And that's what I'm trying to enlighten you with. So we will try to be with you as you take this new journey to be a better, confident parent. Whoever you are right now was also developed by whoever raised you before. So if you're emotionally weak, maybe, or if you're easily irritable, easily annoyed, or you're easily irritated, well, there may have been factors before that made you like that now. But I'm sure you're not happy to be that way. And you would be happier if you have less of those. If before or now, you get mad almost every day. You shout at every mistake of your kid. But maybe in the future, with parenting options, maybe you will get to start maybe getting mad once a week until it becomes once in 2 weeks, once in a month, and soon maybe only during major big issues. You like that? Yes, I'm sure you do. So with parenting option, I would encourage you to just open your eyes, your mind, your hearts, and tell yourself, oh, I think I could learn more, or I think I could try more, or I think I could be enjoying, or I should be enjoying raising my kids, raising my teens. Maybe I just need to divide my time. Maybe I should really need to be more disciplined to create a productive time schedule for myself too, that I have everything balanced there. There's work time, family time, cleaning time, there's kids time, there's my couple time, and of course, the me time, which is very important. Some parents are so dedicated in taking care of their children, but forgot to recharge themselves. So no more self-care, thinking that devoting all your time for the kids is going to be perfect. But it's the other way around. If you don't get to do your me time, if you don't get to give yourself time to recharge, to rest, to do your hobbies, then maybe that's the reason why you get easily annoyed by things that don't go right. Correct? So think about that. Think about that and be with us in parenting options. So we'll have more of these videos. And so this is Teacher Gina. Bye-bye.